Good morning guys. Last night I arrived in Romania. I am in, I can't get the pronunciation right no matter how I try because I think I pronounce the S differently. I'll put it below. I literally just stepped outside my accommodation and here is the Orthodox Church right here. So I'm going to check that out first since it's right here. It has a very unique design on the roof which is quite different to anything else I've seen in Europe so far. I find it so interesting seeing the different designs for like different countries. So much gold in that one. Even the doors had beautiful details carved into them. Last night I jumped on this train and travelled 6 hours to a little town called Sibiu. Not too far from me is this place called Hostel Market. And it's really empty at the moment. There's not a lot open. In summer this will be such a cool place to come. There's like heaps of empty like shop areas and stuff, and maybe Christmas markets they might do here because there's an ice skating rink. There was one place open. It's like an Italian place which seems really weird in Romania going eating Italian food. This looks so good. It's been so long since I had a good pasta. Yum! Romania have the coolest cafes and restaurants. Like this place here is so nice. I love these little hut things. They've got all the shops and restaurants, and I would love to come back here in summer because I feel like it'd be such a cool like vibe. I'm just about to enter the medieval walls of Sibiu. I'm just so excited to be back in another medieval town. They're like my favourite. I get so excited. It already has such a different feel from Timisoara, Timisoara. And no, I'm not quite getting that right. Timisoara. I don't know. I've heard it, but I just can't quite get the sounds. I just climbed to the top of the council tower, and this was built in the 12th century. As you can see, I'm the only one up here. It's so different to other towns and cities I've been in, which is full of tourists. It's quite nice to be somewhere that's a bit more undiscovered. I got up here and I was just like, wow, what a view. This is called the Bridge of Lies. The legend has it that if you tell a lie on this bridge, it will collapse. You get the cutest wee view of the street down below from here. So before I was in Upper Town, and there's some stairs that you can take in a few places, and it takes you to Lower Town, which is actually the oldest part of Sibiu. Back in the day, the upper class lived in Upper Town and the people who were lower in status lived in Lower Town. I am in love with all the beautiful pastel buildings here. Last night I had a beautiful dream. I have just arrived in the city of Brasov. I've just got to my hostel. I think there's other people staying here. I'm the only person here at the moment, so I'll give you a quick tour. I love it because it reminds me of a tree house. This is my bed, and then there's all these beds in here, and then there's like skylights. So you go down the stairs. It's pretty much a house that they've made into a hostel. And a wee kitchen. I love the wooden theme they've got going on. And how cool was this kitchen? Like, I love the tiles. And then there's this wee area here. And then there's the bathrooms, the showers. And they've got these cute wee like cabin things in the back. And I also love that they've got Christmas decorations everywhere. There's even a Christmas tree outside. I have just arrived in the town of Bran. I'm actually staying a bus off, but I caught a bus here. It cost me 8 lei, or that's probably like $2.50 in New Zealand. So cheap. It was 45 minutes to get here. The castle is just up the hill over here. Find some lunch here. I might see if I can find something quite Romanian for lunch. And then I will check out the castle. So I went for one of the specialties in this area, and this is a type of sandwich. It looks so yummy. I'm so hungry right now. It's filled with like different meats and cheeses and vegetables. It's kind of like a toasty, but it's like, it reminds me of pita bread, but it's like a long toasty. It's pretty cold today. Bran Castle was built in 1212 and it was destroyed 30 years later in 1242. It wasn't rebuilt again until 1377. It's bordering between Transylvania and Wallachia, which is where Dracula comes in, which is what the castle's kind of named, Dracula's castle. He actually ruled Wallachia, and the theory goes that he was a prisoner in this castle, but they're now saying that that's not actually true. But they're sticking with the Dracula's castle theme to try and attract tourists. They don't actually think he ever actually set foot in the castle. It was ruled by royal families for many years, and one of the most recent ones was Queen Maria, and she later passed on to her daughter, who lived in it and passed it on to become a museum. And her children still own it today, but one of them sadly passed away a few weeks ago. When Queen Maria went to renovate the castle, behind the oven they found a secret staircase. How crazy would that be? Like, I'm assuming she grew up in the castle, so how weird would it be? It'd be like renovating the house you lived in your whole life and then just finding a staircase. Hey kitty! Hi! Made a wee friend. The painted door reminds me of the doors from like Frozen. This is my favourite like inside of the castle I've seen. It seems a lot like cozier and a lot more homely than the other ones. I think because it's smaller. This whole area here feels so Disney. I feel like I've stepped into Snow White, especially with the wishing well.
Wanna know a secret? Promise not to tell. We are standing by a wishing well.
Wow, I had no idea what to expect from that castle. I had seen a few photos of it, but you don't hear a lot about it really. You hear a lot about Neuschwanstein, but you don't hear a lot about Bran Castle, and it blew my mind. If I was looking to buy a castle, I'd be putting an offer on that one. And I feel like if you come, you need to go inside to really do it justice. So it cost 40 lei, which is about 13 New Zealand dollars to enter, and it's a little bit more if you want to get a tour. So reminds me of a Disney movie. Like the outside area reminds me of Snow White, all the painted doors remind me of Frozen and Rapunzel because they've got lots of similar designs. My favourite castle to date is definitely this one. Just come to one in this wee cafe and it's so cute here. One of the things that's really surprised me about Romania is how well they do their interiors. So was not expecting that.
Era filmul ăla. Just begun. Yeah, the best is yet to come. So take your dreams and run. I'm watching you day dawning. It shines on everyone. Yeah, the best is yet to come.